YouTube.com/Bryan Fonseca. September 11th is when this is being recorded. 2024. Edgar Berlanga is about to face Canelo Alvarez in what many expect to be a one-sided fight. I want this video to have some staying power after that fight, so we're not going to tie it too heavily into Edgar Berlanga versus Canelo Alvarez, though that's obviously going to be a piece of this because look at where we are. But Edgar Berlanga got this opportunity, and I wanted to look at some of the film from his last bout, which I thought was his best performance, but not necessarily one that means he's ready for Canelo Alvarez. You see the Puerto Rican boxing gloves behind me. I have one of the Bad Bunny LWO shirts, which obviously has a Puerto Rican flag colors on it. So I have some ties here, but also you have the fact that I'm a New Yorican who covered Edgar Berlanga early on in his career. 2018, we did La Cultura, a Puerto Rican boxing story, which is a documentary on Backpack Broadcasting that won some film festival awards, got bunch of views on YouTube for our small ass channel and for our independent media selves. And we followed Edgar Berlanga in 2018 on that journey when he was fighting on Evander Holyfield boxing cards at the King's Theater and at Resorts World Casino. He wasn't yet fighting on Top Red cards or ESPN and things like that. And the knockout streak was already going. And then you have the fact that he got this opportunity against Canelo Alvarez sooner than I expected, even though he's already 27 years old and has been a pro for 8 years. But let's look at actually whether or not he could provide a challenge here and whether or not he could provide a challenge to other contenders and world champions moving forward, because Caleb Plant is on this card, and that's been sort of a back and forth on Twitter and on social media in general between Edgar Berlanga and Caleb Plant. That's a fight that I would love to see after this. I think Edgar Berlanga makes sense for Jaime Munguia. I actually thought he should have fought Jaime Munguia before fighting Canelo Alvarez, but boxing business is boxing business. Money is money. We know how that goes. So let's look at a couple things. Okay, let's see. We'll start here in round two. Round one, not much happened. It's just a freaking staring contest. I thought Edgar was doing a lot of this pretty successfully. Go back a little bit. Small things, but small things matter in boxing. Really small things matter in boxing. This is one of those. Parry. Reaches for that straight right hand. Misses the jab because, still finding the range, but he was doing a good job of seeing these punches, countering or trying to counter, and being patient, maybe overly patient and overly cautious at times, but not just trying to go guns blazing moving forward like he was early on in his career. So I thought he showed some good things defensively in that regard. This is an improvement from where he was, and that's sort of the point here. This is not necessarily. We have McCrory. Slow it down in a second. So right uppercut. Don't want to leave your head down there. Didn't land fully. The left hook does. Boom! Backs up Edgar Berlanga temporarily. We'll run that again full speed. And then he regathers himself, which is fine. And this is something that Canelo Alvarez in particular, and by the time you're watching this, he may have already done this. So whomever, this left hook around the guard, right here, slow motion, boom. Doesn't land fully, but that's, again, this is round two. You're setting up things. You're looking to see what works. You're being experimental, feeling out your opponent. And a lot of times feeling out your opponent, it's a multi-round process. Boom. Doesn't land that, but you got to put that in the back of your mind if you're Edgar Berlanga. Like, oh, he's going to try to just go around my guard with that left hook. Got to be prepared to counter. Maybe you slip, maybe you roll, so on and so forth. That right hand over the top was nice, but we know he has power. Yeah, I remember that. Come on, EB. Jesus Christ. McCrory was not great here either, to be fair. But shit, you're fighting, bro. Like, it's boxing. Shit happens. Like, come on. Look at this. So left hook. Look at that one more time. Boom. And then clinches immediately, and I could see why Edgar was pissed off. Boom. Elbow. Toma. Again, little things. Little things. He's just seeing things better, Watch this. So, boom, pops out of range. Is going to throw that left hook. He's not in range for that either, but That's better defense than what we've seen. One more time, steps back, and then just out of range for that left hook. But again, very early on in the fight. And then here, this is nice too. Parry, jab. Nice and easy. We'll run that back one more time. Little parry. Oh, my bad. Little parry. Boom. And then pops him. McCrory is going for a pull counter. Doesn't fully commit. And Edgar Berlanga goes with the left hook over the top. If he throws a right uppercut here instead, easy to say, this is not a criticism. But if he throws a right uppercut here, this might have been over. Because McCrory was just there for that counter right uppercut. See that? Pull. Short arm, left hook, instead of the right uppercut. McCrory's off balance, and it's a pretty good moment for Edgar, but I felt like he could have maximized it with that right uppercut. Small things, though. Double jab. The first one was just kind of a dummy jab, a little bit of a setup. Boom. Edgar sees that one too, by the way. Little parry there, and then slip, roll, left uppercut, shovel hook maybe. That's good stuff. Legitimately good stuff. Boom. Felt that one too a little bit. Now this is just reckless shit. I didn't love the punch selection here in the corner. I get why this is tempting, obviously. You know, right hand over the top. But he didn't get countered here. Somebody else of a higher level probably reads that differently and might make him pay. So you got to be careful getting overzealous when your opponent's in the corner. Just because they're on the ropes doesn't mean you're necessarily going to get the finish there. They could be setting you up for a trap. It wasn't that deep in this instance, but you got to be careful just in general. Round 5, he's still seeing the punches. Boom. Meets the jab here with the right hand. And then lets his own jab go. Gets out of range for that one. Let's look at that again. It'll be slower. This jab, I don't think it fully lands, but taps him on the nose. And then this one, just out of reach. Love a good left hook. Just when you're coming back up, bang, and is out of range for McCrory's left hook. That's just good offense. Good defense too, actually, in that instance. I'm telling you, this is the best that he looked in his career, even including all the first round knockouts, because we actually got to see him box. This is actually the first time that he's gotten a knockout since that knockout streak ended, which we're about to play. Oh, let's see this. Ooh, I feel like that could have landed cleaner, but that's some impressive quickness. Bang, just slips that right in there. But it also looked like he semi-paid for a little bit. Just took that left hook. Not really. Good for McCrory. Point for McCrory there. Takes right to the body though on the way out. Okay, round 6. This is the knockout round. Let's see how it ends and let's see how we get there. Jeez, all right. Hold on. Right hand. That's a choice. He was still seeing the punches too. Jab just out of reach, but then that right hand comes in over the top. McCrory doesn't get out of the way. McCrory is on defensive mode here, trying to survive. Eats 3 straight right hands over the top. All those hurt. Promise you all those hurt. The things that he set up in round 1, he really carried through in a way that I didn't think a lot of people thought was capable. Again, don't want to sound like I'm giving him too much credit, but he stuck to his game plan. That's really what I'm saying there. He stuck to his game plan. Block, saw that punch coming, slips in the jab there. That's nice work. It's basic, nice work. Basics will get you far, man. Double jab. Look, again, good work there. Boom. And then, whoop. Chris Berman style. Right hand. Doesn't fully get there. This one did. Open them up with that jab. Look, man, 1-2. Get you far. Boom, boom. And you see he kind of pops that left hand back. Boom. Opens him up. Bang. There's the right hand. Edgar got to be careful there. Okay. Ew, the fuck? Yeah. This is where it's ending. Boom. There it is. Ugh. Boom. Right hand. Boom. Another right hand. Drops McCrory. Throws in the towel. The corner does. And that is it. So, impressive finish there. We know Edgar has power. This is why he is so captivating and for many even frustrating. But it also is what makes him interesting, because if he didn't have power, he wouldn't get this Canelo Alvarez opportunity. He wouldn't have the buzz that he does, and so on and so forth. Boom, right hand, and then right here just opens up one more time. Look at that left foot. Look at his left foot. He really steps in to generate that power here. Just boom, plants down. Bang. McCrory goes for another uppercut, and Edgar smartly actually here just tilts his head off to the side, again continuing to generate that power in his strong hand. The left is here, kind of jumps into it too. I don't know how many trainers would recommend you do this on a regular basis. Not sure my trainers would, but hey, it works in this instance, and he floors him, and night. We'll do one Canelo Alvarez clip here, because this is the thing Edgar is going to have to be aware of. Round 4 is where Canelo Alvarez drops Jaime Munguia. He eats this right hand too. Good God, look at this. Munguia just pow detonates, and then here we go. 1-2. Canelo's absorbing the shots. Boom. Spins his head around like a fucking top here, like a Beyblade. Look at that left hook, and then bang. His power is ridiculous. And then here we go. Don't drop your head. Do not drop your head against Canelo Alvarez. He'll throw that uppercut. He was setting it up here. He noticed it. He took note of it. Jaime Munguia right here drops his head. Not what you want to do, bro. Boom. Little right hook around the guard. His head movement is so good. Ridiculous, bro. Just boom, pull. Boom, boom. There it is. So he got the right around the guard. It's like, all right, cool. I got the right uppercut in my back pocket. I know I could hit you around the guard and set you up, because when I threw this right hook here, you immediately responded. Vulnerable. Your footwork is just all over the place right now. And then left hook around the guard. Right uppercut. Bang, bang. Down. Just absurd power. One more time. Boom, boom. Down goes Munguia. Now he got up. He finished the fight, but these are the things that you're going to have to look for. So Edgar Berlanga needs to survive all 12 rounds, or account well enough for himself despite getting stopped. Kind of like what Caleb Plant did. Caleb Plant had some very good moments in that fight against Canelo Alvarez, and he got stopped in the 11th round. Canelo Alvarez, should be noted, hasn't stopped anybody since, and that was 3 years ago. So Edgar Berlanga just lasting would be helpful, but having enough moments. Like Caleb Plant got stopped by Canelo Alvarez, Jermell Charlo didn't, but Caleb Plant had the better performance. If Edgar Berlanga has enough moments, we'll want to see him again. Against Caleb Plant, against Jaime Munguia, against some of these dudes at 168. Like, the loss wouldn't end him. You can win despite that. There could be more money fights, potential championship fights after this, but it all depends on how much he improves. He made a leap, I thought, even into the Jason Quigley fight and then to the McCrory fight. Now Canelo Alvarez is a whole different level, but we'll see. Got some more coming. Like, comment, subscribe. Watch time, especially. I care most about that than anything else. So just hit play, leave the video on, and just give a like. I'll take that. Take care. Have a good one. Thank you for watching.